Hello, it is a dark episode for May 8th, 2022. Jay here. Well, uh, I got a medium amount of stuff done for the weekend. Yeah, that's just how it goes for the weekend. And tomorrow is a fairly busy day of getting various things done before uh, I'm back to work on the next day. So we'll see how it goes. I watched an interesting video of a YouTuber, a genuine YouTuber. Jessie Genders the channel, Jessie Earl. She does a lot of reviews of Star Trek, amongst other things, on her channel. And she's actually a fan of New Trek for the most part. I myself basically I'm only there for the lower decks so far. Found Discovery. I just found the writing just pretty god awful. And Star Trek Picard, I watched one season of and was not impressed and skipped season two. She did a wrap up of season two, which she as well had a lot of problems with. She had a lot of problems with the ending of season one, and she had problems with season two. But it's not the details because I haven't watched season two of Picard that I would go into. But I just thought it was interesting that her philosophy on things is when doing criticism is to make sure that she's looking at not just the negative, but tries to highlight the positive in shows as well. And I don't think it's in a way, I mean, she is a super fan of Star Trek. She's somebody who wears Star Trek costumes on her channel. I mean, very theatrically, but it's obviously out of Trekkie love. So she is a Trekkie or a Trekker or whatever the hell the fan thing is. I don't think I'm not quite there. I'm not even a teensy bit close to how much she is obviously knows about this show, but you do get the sense that someone who wants to enjoy what she's watching or wants to get as much out of what she's watching, because you could very easily do a review of like Star Trek Picard season 2 and just dwell on every single negative thing on the show and you would have a full video to fill up. But she's very much someone who says, like, yes, here are all the problems I had and I will go through them and iterate them, and yeah, notes things that I've seen on much more negative, much more comedically savage shows that have talked about it, specifically Red Letter Media, who she references there, and are pretty much despairing of modern Trek, and just Alex Kurtzman and that kind of crew. They just have no time for. But she really does make a point of saying, but you know what? There are things that I did like, and these are the things that I did like, and these are the reasons why I liked it. And while I might not agree with her, I don't know, didn't watch the second season, there is something about that look of saying I'm going to make a point of noting the positive things I liked and trying to get as much meaning out of that, much enjoyment, as much meaning out of that as I get out of the negative, which is useful, which is something that is like I like reading a lot of things that are very kind of pulpy and can be kind of nonsense, can have can have racist elements in them, sexist elements in them, but I try and use that as a way of going, oh, well, that is interesting, and what does that say about us, the writer, the culture, the general, you extract meaning out of that. And it's not just simply this is a bad thing. It's like this is a bad thing and why, but also and there's also this just super fun kind of adventure-y kind of the hilarious, wonderful stuff in there as well that I would like to highlight. And I kind of like that she has this. It's not like a balance, but it's like she refuses to just be only looking at things from one side. And there isn't just one side. There's, there's the good, there's the bad, there's the mixed, and there's, examining all of those and how it brings out different thoughts in her and different nuances, as she is definitely a nuanced person who seems to try not to look at things as just simply black and white, good or bad. There's a whole range there. So I think it's valuable, even if I don't agree with her, it's valuable to think about that, because like I'm gonna try and review the Embers of War series trilogy by Gareth L. Powell, which I found pretty dumb as a bag of hammers, but it would be interesting to use that to go, okay, there are a lot of negative things I could talk about, but what are also the good things that I could talk about? What are the things that work? What are the things that I think, oh, this is intriguing, and to talk about them as well. So, and that's not to discount all the stupid dumb things I think that there are there, but to make a fuller picture of what I'm going. And I try not to be somebody who's just like, oh, I'm here just to tear things down. It's like I'm here to really examine things and to try and get a little bit deeper. And getting a bit deeper is not just finding every negative thing and ripping it apart. It's finding things that didn't work and examining why, or why I reacted negatively. But it should also definitely be, here are the really great things about this, and that's why I actually listened to all three books in this kind of silly, what I end up thinking of as a fairly silly series. There was good stuff there, and I should talk about that as well to give a fuller picture, and to give people listening to me a chance to go, oh, there's those good things that I kind of actually enjoyed too. Maybe I will try the series, but I'm warned with all the negative things that I've also said. So yeah, that was just an interesting video, which I just a little bit more tried. I'm always thinking about ways of how other people approach art, entertainment, art, whatever, and talk about it, and try and incorporate what I see as real strengths in that into my own approach. All right, I will leave it there. I've been Jay. More videos later.